All right, guys, this is what do you think about this story? So, this one comes out of Florida about a young man who was autistic. I'm sorry, he is autistic. And he has several other neurological things going on with him. Now, what I do know about autism is, there's a lot of focus things that go on with, people who have that. One thing, with that being said, this young man had a particular focus on his video game, Nintendo Switch or whatever it was. It's an electronic device, and the teacher's aide or something like that took it from him. Now, when she took it from him, he took it upon himself. Again, he was on a lot of medication and stuff like that because of his disorder. He took it upon himself to jump on her and beat on her. It triggered something in him. He was very upset about it, and he lost it. He lost control. He lost his temper. With that being said, he ended up getting arrested and going to court and bringing up several charges against himself. Like I said about autism, you lose, focus on a lot of things. But let's see what direction this goes in as far as what the rulings was and stuff like that. Let's just take a look.
Brendan was sentenced to 5 years in prison, followed by 15 years of probation. Brendan was a special needs student at Matanzas High School who was caught on camera attacking his teacher's aide, Joan Aide, until she was unconscious in 2023. His mother says one of his triggers is electronics, and during the incident, she says his Nintendo Switch was taken away. She says her son has autism and suffers from several mental health disorders.
Over that time period, he was on 17 different cocktails of medications because of all the professionals involved.
Brendan's defense attorney said he should be tried as a juvenile because he was 17 when the incident happened. But the state argued Brendan had so much history of violence, something the judge mentioned when he sentenced Brendan as an adult. The judge.
Now, I understand that this young man has a disability. And something that was mentioned that really should hit home. He has a history of violence. Now, whether you have a disorder or not, a disability, you have a history of violence. It should have been strongly recommended that this young man, this is my opinion and my opinion on it. You could disagree. This young man should have been isolated, homeschooled perhaps, or something, because of his history of violence. That's all, that's why I say what I say. Should kids, should children be isolated from other kids for disability? No, because it's discriminatory. But, if it opposes a danger to others and stuff like that, because as you can see, when he ran at that teacher's aide or teacher or whatever, it was a school employee. Let's just put it that way. When he ran at her and he knocked her down, as you saw, that was a tremendous amount of force. This young man, whether he has something going on or not, he is tremendously strong and he could do some damage. So, like I said before, this he has things going on with him to where he gets triggered, or whatever. So I think that he should have been, isolated or something like that, you know, because he has to have people who can deal with stuff like that. From what we saw of the beating of the lady or the school employee, I'm sorry, that was just, he's just overly strong. And, you know, I don't think he even knew his strength. I don't even think he really could control or know what was going on just because what's going on with him. But let's continue. Let's see what's going on as the consequences.
Said this wasn't an isolated incident and that Brendan had numerous battery charges in the past. The judge also pointed out that Brendan never said he was sorry.
I saw no concern for Ms. Nadish's injuries, and Mr. Deppon has never expressed not even a single bit of remorse before this court in any of our many court proceedings.
Nadish was a
So with that going on, I really feel like this particular young man has certain things going on with him to the point where he can't control himself. Or I could be wrong. I don't know. But that is extremely concerning to me, the fact that it's a history with him. You know, if there's a history going on with people who have things going on with them, they kind of had a special place for them. You know, as far as, you know, activities that they can't control. I'm sorry, let me word that another way. As far as things that they can't control, or maybe he did know what was going on. I don't know, but I do know some things with autism, as far as, you know, it's an extra development with their emotions. I really think, bottom line, prison is not for him. He needs to have some kind of special place for him. This is what we pay taxes in the state for. This is what we pay them for. You know, a facility perhaps where he can learn to deal with his anger, whether it be the medications help him or the confines help him. But he needs help. Prison will he might not even understand what's going on with prison. And then there's people in prison that really would not, they wouldn't be fitting for him. I'm just putting it like that. I'm trying to edit myself. But what do you guys think? Does this young man look like, you know, now mind you, he does have autism, so does this young man look like he deserves to be in prison for what he did? Do you think that his disorder perhaps makes things uncontrollable for him? What do you think? All right. Give your opinions down below. Like, share, and subscribe. Please make comments so we can get this video out there, so people can know that when they have someone who they care about that has this disorder and they can't control certain actions that they do, or maybe they can, I don't know, but so people can see this video and see what could happen when things get out of control. Okay. Thanks for your time. All right.